back to the garage. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please go ahead, click on subscribe, and also click on that bell to receive all the updates and activities on my channel. Alright, so today we are doing a project on this 1992 XCR 440. And what we're doing is we're installing a set of dash plates, right? So these dash plates are custom made by Shane Jackson. He's out in New York. He makes them all on his own, and essentially what they are colored acrylic, and then he has some type of engraving machine that will put any type of design that you want on it within reason. All right. So if at the end of this video you like what you see, go ahead, check out the description. There will be an email address to reach Shane through email where you can order a set for yourself. So what we're going to do is we're going to install these on this 92 XCR with the small gauges. He also makes them available for the larger gauges, which I think came out in 97, 98, and 99. So, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to install these and get to it. All right, so there's two pieces of the dash plates. There's a bottom plate, and it's held on by self-adhesive double back tape. All right, so we're going to save this one for last. And then you have the actual one that goes around the gauges, right? So when these are shipped to you, they come with a protective film on it. Leave the film on it for now because, again, these are acrylic and they may get scratched as you're working on them, all right? So the way the gauges, the plate is held on to the console, it's actually held on by the gauges themselves. So to get this on there, what we have to do is we have to remove the gauge pod. And so there's two ways to do this. You can remove the gauge pod from the hood, or you can just basically remove the gauges from the console. And that's what we're going to do. So to do this, you need a 4mm Allen head type of attachment to take the 6 bolts out of the faceplate, and that will separate it from the console. So let's go do that now. All right, once you have your screws removed, all you're gonna do is you're gonna grab onto the faceplate and work it your way out of the console. And it may be tight, and the reason being is it'll be held on by the speedometer cable, which is in the back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull it out, and we're gonna loosen up the speedo cable to detach it. Okay, pull the speedo out, and then there's going to be 2 electrical harnesses in the back. What we're going to do is we're going to unplug those. So the reason why you want to unplug those is we're going to have to take the gauges out of the faceplate to get the wiring and everything through the actual plate. All right, so at this point, the gauges are just held on by 2 10mm bolts on each one. What we're going to do is we're going to remove the 10mm nuts to remove the bracket from the back of the gauge. Then the gauge will slide right out. So set that to the side. Do the same thing for the other one. And slide the other gauge out. All right, so at this point, with the plastic still on, you're gonna feed the gauge through the plate both sides. All right, so once you have your gauges loosely fed through, what you want to do is kind of look at your alignment, see how you're doing, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to start putting everything back together. Okay, so at this point we have the gauges mounted in through the dash plate and the console, front console. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that your alignment is good for the speedometer and for your tach. And at this point, what you want to do is you want to peel the film away, because you want these to be somewhat loose to get the film away from the back of the dash plate, right? So all you can do is you're just going to peel the acrylic off, make sure your hands are clean so you're not scratching anything or anything like that. Alright, so at this point, we're happy with how everything looks, and what we're going to do is we're going to do the final assembly of everything on the back end. And all I've done is I put a little microfiber towel, so when we pull it out, it doesn't get scratched. Alright, so all we're going to do now is we're just going to tighten everything up. Redo our electrical connections. Grab our speedometer cable, thread it back in to the speedo, tighten the nut. Then we're going to put the gauge back in. And then just reinsert our bolts, same way they came out. Alright, so for the lower one, all you want to do is just take some glass cleaner or some isopropyl alcohol or whatever you have and clean up the little console area. Make sure there's no dirt or dust or anything like that. So when you do stick the adhesive tape on it, it will make a good bond, right? So you gotta remember you're only gonna get one shot at this. So make sure you are all set to go. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna leave the film on top. So again, this is just held on by some 3M adhesive tape. All right, so we have the tape all set to go. And what you wanna do is gonna line it up. It's pretty much a pretty good fit. So just line it up on both sides of the console. And what you can do is you're just going to lay it down. Apply some pressure. That's it. Now all you got to do is just remove the film. All right, so there you go. There's a finished product. I think it looks pretty good. For 65 bucks, it adds a little bit of character to the old Indy wedges, makes them stand out from everything else. And again, this is a throwback to what Polaris did offer at one time. It was either Polaris or another aftermarket company, but these were out there, during the 90s and the 80s as an option. So again, for 65 bucks, you can't beat it. All right, so Shane does offer more colors than red. I want to say there's like 6 or 7 colors he offers. There's also a couple of different font options, as well as a couple of different graphic options for the lower plate. The easiest way to find out as far as what's available is check out the description of this video. His email link is in there, and then you can reach out to him on your own and figure out what he can do for you. But so there you go. Again, I think it looks pretty good. So if there's any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and leave a question in the comments box. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day. See ya.